Well, speaking of mess, the king of mess, or maybe the prince, because Joe is probably the king. But
Friend
Safaree,
of Joe's.
a friend of Joe's, right? A friend of Joe's, um, got the streets on fire because of a tweet, and I think this tweet is hilarious. And so Safaree said on Twitter, "BBLs are officially expired and retired. Hit the gym, ladies. It's a new era."
Safari. Sometimes I'll be feeling like Safari just needs to mind his business and go sit down. But is that the truth? Is it over for BBLs? Are men growing tired of BBLs?
I never was a fan of BBLs, so I am actually the wrong guy to chime in on this because I have never been a fan of fake anything really. I mean, I know we're living in the cyberpunk enhancement for everyone era. Everyone could get a fake everything today or change anything today. How you can make yourself taller. You could get the BDL as they're calling it now. You can work on your member. You can lengthen your member. They got the fake abs via Drake. I know we live in the era of, modifications, is what I'm saying. But I've never really been a fan of that. I have always felt like whatever you got is what you got. Love yourself, and if you can change things you don't love, then go change them the natural ways. But everyone's got lip fillers and BBLs and tummy tucks and lipos and listen, it's nice to look at. I'm not gonna lie, when you just minding your business and it walks by, you'd be like, man, that's a
Oh,
monster truck right there. Look at that. But I
so you
mean,
do like
besides
it.
I was about to say, but besides looking, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to smack that. I don't want to play with that. It's just nice to look at. Like fake boobs. I've always thought fake boobs were interesting. Cause why you want boobs that don't move? They just stay in one
No,
place.
some of them move.
Yeah, the better ones. But
I
you
mean,
understand what I'm saying, right?
it's also 2024 and technology has
Technology is
improved.
great now, but my
Yeah.
point is, it's always just been. I know people with fake stuff are gonna kill me in the comments, but listen, I'm just saying, I'm. It's weird to me that we live in the acceptance but not really era. So it's like accept everyone for who they are. Accept yourself. Change yourself. So for me, I thought this tweet was funny because for me, it never started. And I know guys who love him. I have a friend who called me one day and was super excited because he had back to back endeavors with BBLs and had a great time and was telling me, he's flexing on me. And I was like, oh, you called the wrong guy. I have no interest in BBLs. You got to call another guy friend because BBLs don't do anything for me.
What is meant by
In fact, my
back to
favorite
back
BBL,
endeavors?
he had sex with two women back, like, you know, he had sex with one lady on one night who had a BBL. And the next time he had sex was with a different woman who had a BBL. And he was excited about that.
I just wanted to understand what
Sure.
that meant because that could have been interpreted a lot of different
Yeah,
ways.
I was just gonna say, in fact, my favorite BBL is BBL Drizzy.
Well, I was gonna say that Safari should do a reggae version of of his own BBL Drizzy. I think that because Safari is giving this commentary, it's a perfect time for him to put out a song
I agree.
and talk about his love or his hate for BBLs. I think
Well, he used to
that
love them. We know that for a fact.
I know, I know he used to love them. I just Here's the thing, right? I think that okay, so BBLs specifically, I think were popularized in like in this era, right? But I also think that
Mhm.
plastic surgery has been here, is always going to be here, it's never going to leave. I
Of
think
course,
that
because we
I
hate
think that the
ourselves.
BBL just became trendy, and so it became a topic of conversation. But I think people have always gotten plastic surgery and will continue to get plastic surgery and will
Yeah, because we
continue
hate
to do that.
ourselves.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with people getting plastic surgery if that's what they choose to do. It may not necessarily be the
Yeah,
thing
listen,
that
it's your money.
I
Knock
want
yourself
to do.
out.
Yeah, it may not necessarily be the thing that I want to do. Um, but I totally understand wanting if you feel like there is an opportunity for self-improvement and you're
Oh
not
yeah.
finding that
Oh,
in
I
whatever
am
ways you
totally.
have tried.
I
But
totally agree. Your body, your choice.
right. So but I think there's some irony in what Safaree is saying because
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like men,
I feel like Safaree.
and you might not like to you might not like where I'm going with this, but I feel like some men um like they move with the waves in the ocean. Like you like BBLs today, tomorrow you don't like them. You still have commentary on women's bodies and what they should look like and what's appealing and what's not appealing. And it's kind of like I'm over this conversation. Not this
Okay.
conversation with you, but
I know what
just
you're saying.
in general, I just kind of feel like the judgment that comes from some men about, oh, y'all need to get back in the gym and get rid of and it's over for BBLs. Use the same men who were chasing the BBLs.
Right.
I just
So that's what made it funny to me
it's just
because we
kind of
know
ridiculous.
we have seen Safaree with plenty of BBLs, not on his body, but the people who were very closely pressed up against his body.
But it's just kind of ridiculous and it kind of feeds this idea that women are altering their bodies or women have to adjust their bodies to the interests of men.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
false narrative.
sure, but I think that
I'm agreeing with you.
yeah, but I think that men like Safaree who go out jump out the window to say things like this perpetuate that nonsense. Like if you talk to a lot of women who have altered their bodies and you ask them why they did it usually has nothing to do with men. And yet
Right.
there are so many men who think that it has something to do with them. And it doesn't.
Yeah, it's the person altering their body, whatever the alteration is, it's because of something going on with themselves. Usually
Yes,
an insecurity, if we're being honest.
sure. But I mean that's the same reason like we all do it in some way, shape, or form. We just don't
Right.
all get plastic surgery. I wear makeup.
Oh yeah.
I have dark
This is
circles.
a
I
fake this is
cover
a
them.
fake facial hair, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
No, I'm
shut up.
kidding.
Dark circles under my eyes, but y'all most of the time don't see them because
That's
I
why I wear my
cover them.
glasses, because when I don't, you see what I'm saying? It's looking like, man, go get some rest, guy.
Right.
Go
Like
to sleep.
I cover them. So I feel like we all like
This is
feed
my
our
this is my
insecurities.
Clark Kent.
I feel like we all feed our insecurities in some way. I feel like
Yeah, of course.
everybody has something that they may not really care for about themselves. But I do think that like it doesn't and I want to be clear, just because I don't like my dark circles doesn't mean I have low self-esteem. It just means I don't like my dark circles. I don't like the way they it's something I don't really like about myself. Doesn't mean that I don't love myself, I don't take care of myself, none of that. Now there
I mean,
are some
you're also not putting your life at risk to get rid of the dark circles.
sure, but I think that there it's a sliding scale. I think there's a healthy amount of, oh, I don't like this or I would like to improve this. And then I think you could go all the way to the other end of the spectrum where it's like a
They
deep
change everything.
insecurity.
Michael Jackson.
Right. You hate what you see in the mirror. I don't hate what I see in the mirror. I think, oh, I look cute today, but I'd like to cover up my dark circles. You know, like that's
Yeah,
kind of,
I,
you know.
I
So
think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
so I just want to make that point. Like I totally understand feeling like you need to improve yourself, but I also totally understand that Safaree is full of shit and like this don't got nothing to
Yeah,
do with him at the end of the day. It's
it does not.
because at the end of the day gotta end. Okay?
That's that. Wow, such wise words.
Wise
Shout
words
out,
from a wise
shout
woman.
out,
Okay?
shout out to Glorilla.
Yeah,
Yeah,
glow.
yeah, Glow. Yeah, it's you're absolutely right. Like Safari's full of shit. That's what makes it funny to me in the first place.
Mm.
They're not over or retired or expired. They're gonna keep happening, and I think we're gonna see even more of it. It is the default setting now, for the industry, which Safaree is a part of. So he's gonna see it forever, probably. And Safaree doesn't get to decide. That's why I think it's funny. And just to be clear, again, your body, your choice. You should do whatever you want. I only started with that because you asked me, is it true that they're retired and men are tired of them? So that's why I got on my soapbox. But no, we don't decide. You just each individual person decides what they want to do, and they should do what they want to do. It's your body, it's your life, it's your money. Do what you want to do, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Safaree's corny, but you know, that's fine.
I thought that tweet was so funny. I said, "Oh man, I didn't know we were gonna get all serious like this. I just thought we were gonna laugh at it. But you never know what you get here on weeknights."
No, I want to be clear. It is funny, and I still think he should make a song about it. But you know, again, as I said, at the end of the day gotta end. So, um, next topic.